Hello, my name is Bob Irwin and I'm with MB Enterprises. I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing this for about 14, 15 years or so. I'm a landlord, I hold mortgages, I flip, I flop, I wholesale, I assign. Today we're going to talk about motivation with regard to real estate. I titled this, Recycle That House. That's what I do. I recycle properties. I deal in the core city of my hometown, and I look for opportunities with regard to distressed properties, and we'll describe that a little bit later. But I want to ask you a question today. How hungry are you? How hungry are you? You see, when I was a little fella, my father introduced me to a guy that he knew very well. His name is Mr. Needmore. Mr. Needmore, let me be clear. Need more gas in the car, need to pay the electric bill, need to pay the gas bill, need to pay the rent, need to pay the mortgage, need to pay the car note, need to find some money for education, find some money for a vacation even. And Lord knows we need to pay off debt. Mr. Needmore can be a dream killer. Don't let him steal your dreams. I'll tell you a quick story about a conqueror of Mexico, Cortez. He sailed from Spain to Cuba and from Cuba on to the mainland of Mexico. Upon arriving in Mexico, and everybody thought in the New World there was plenty of gold and opportunity, just like today, the New World. They thought that there was plenty of gold, plenty of opportunities there, but they also had, and they found out that they had indigenous Indians there in Mexico. These weren't necessarily welcoming Indians. Cortez had maybe 300 or 400 folks, a few boats, a couple cannons, and some muskets. But he conquered that area of Mexico. How did he do it? He partnered with friendly Indians, conquered those who were considered his enemy. But how did he do that? When his men got tired, when they got hungry and they wanted to go home, he ordered the boats in the harbor to be burned. There's no plan B. Guys, we're not going home. So I suggest to you with real estate that you have a plan A, but no plan B. If you're going to get into this thing in any business, you need to have a plan A that is going to work for you. What is your burning boat? Is it debt? Is it family? Is it education? You need to pay off student loans. You need to pay off a car. Whatever the case might be, real estate can help you do that. Real estate is a hedge against inflation. You can also build equity by holding on to properties. You have ownership when you own properties. That's a good thing. You have control. Did you know that you can control a property without actually owning it? Without actually owning it. Did I say that? Very true. It's a numbers game, guys. How do you get leads? How do you get opportunities? Well, you need to be able to, number one, market. You need to be able to converse with people. You need to be able to share your ideas, your information, your dreams, your aspirations about real estate with other people. You need to be able to work a spreadsheet. You need to be able to create profits and losses. You need to have a P&L sheet that tells you on an individual basis what that property is going to produce for you and how it's going to produce it for you. You need to be educated. Share with you The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. He's the founder of Keller Williams. I also want to share another book with you, The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. So, Brian Moran gives us a challenge. He wants you to break a 12-month period, 1 year, into 4 years. First quarter, second quarter, third, and fourth quarter, just like a salesperson would. The point is that you want to be able to put your year on steroids. You want to be able to grow your business and educate yourself or move your business in the right direction in 90 days as opposed to a year. And he can help you do that. You want to have mentors. You want to have people that you can bounce ideas credible ideas, dreams, aspirations, numbers, show them a property, show them a deal. Sometimes you may even want to be able to partner with a mentor to make things happen. But also, you want to know yourself. You have to know who you are, what sort of pain that you're willing to take, the sacrifices that you're willing to make. If anybody is willing to tell you that you can do this business in 10, 15, 20 hours a week, they're blowing smoke at you. The point is that once you get into real estate, once you have some success, and you will have success if you work hard enough and you focus, grasshopper, on the business, on what you're trying to do, you list your goals out, you write them down, you have them stuck on a mirror in the bathroom, you have them stuck on the dashboard in your car, you have them on your desk, wherever that might be, you have them in your phone and your communicating device. List those goals out. Understand what they are and how you can get to them. You're going to have to make sacrifices, whether it be if you have a 9 to 5, keep that 9 to 5. And you like what you're doing, do that. But also set aside some time that you can get away from the TV. Maybe you put the kids away to bed in the evening. Spend a couple of hours on the computer. Have some phone conversations with a mentor or with someone that can help you through that. You need to be able to build relationships. But your homework for part 1, motivation, list those goals and sacrifices and needs that you have in your life that you want to get through. How do you eat an elephant? One step at a time. Okay, let's get organized. Getting organized. I'm an old school type of person. I carry pencil and paper wherever I go. What does that mean? I have a pen and a paper and a notepad in my car, and I jot down addresses, I jot down businesses, I jot down people's names, numbers, things of that nature, so I cannot forget them. You also can use software apps. You can take a picture of a property, and it will give you an address, perhaps even help you to find who the owner is. You need to know how to work your local county GIS system within your computer. Action items. Make a timeline. As I mentioned, in that 12-week year, the point is that you need to create action items, things you're going to do on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly basis to make things happen in your direction, to your favor. You need to take notes. Take notes from your mentor, from people that you meet, from folks that you have relationships with. You want to hang out with people of like-minded faith, if you will. And that leads me to another point. You need to build a team. You need to have not just a mentor, you need to have a realtor on your side, several realtors, maybe even multilingual realtors. You need to be able to reach out to your realtor with regard to leads and opportunities, purchasing and selling, even renting, a lot of cases. You need a CPA. You need a good attorney, someone that you can bounce ideas off of. What can I and can't I do? Because sooner or later, you're going to need to start an LLC. You're going to need to create an entity, which leads me to another point. You're going to need a banker. You're going to need someone that has faith in you, and so that you can create an opportunity to purchase and borrow money, private lenders, folks of that nature. This is an old adage that says you are the average of the 5 best friends that you have. If your friends aren't moving forward, I suggest that you get some new ones. And I just mentioned some folks that you can hang out with that will increase not only your intellectual attitude, but your financial attitude. Create an elevator speech. Here's my elevator speech. Hello, my name is Bob. I'm a landlord. I hold mortgages. I flip houses. I sign houses. I deal in the core city of my hometown. Basically, I have a motto. Good people need a nice place to live, and they're willing to pay for it. Bam. That's my elevator pitch. Be specific about your time. As I mentioned before, you want to have time allocated for real estate. You have to. whether it's a given day in the week, whether it's the middle of the night. I get ideas in the middle of the night. I wake up and I go take care of those ideas, jot them down, pencil and paper next to the bed. I go play on the computer for a little while, look at properties that I might have an interest in. My point is simply this: you need to have time to work through the circumstances that you have to create an opportunity for yourself. Target your neighborhood. Maybe I mentioned this before. Know where the library is, the police station, the hospitals, the schools, specifically the schools. What type of schools are in the neighborhood? Where those schools are located. Know where your barbershops are, where your beauty parlors are, the hardware stores. All of these things can create an environment in which you can grow your business. There's an old adage that says, there's more business within a 5-mile radius of your own commode than any place else. So that's kind of where I hang out at. But no pun intended. Your homework for getting organized. Create a budget. Create a budget for your personal life, for your rent, for your mortgage, for your car note, for your insurance, for your utilities, for your food, and even for your entertainment. Include entertainment in as well. But also set aside a few dollars so that you can do some marketing. Mailers, newspaper ads, coupons, making different adages with your image on it, where you can leave these things with people that might be of influence. You can leave them at a corner store. You can leave them at a barbershop. You can leave them at a beauty parlor. There are more people who basically own properties that they're looking to separate themselves from. They think that some of these properties are boat anchors. They're behind on taxes. They inherited this property on Mary's property, and they don't know what to do with it. You can help them out. I can help them out. I have helped them out. My point is simply this. There's a Bible verse in Philippians 4:11. It says, I've lived in plenty, I've lived in lack. I've learned to live and be content. I want my bills paid. I want to be able to pay my bills, help my family and friends out. You should be able to as well.